established earlier than that. In some occasions, in some places, maybe they did. But here in the States, from what I understand, it wasn't until about a year before I was born, 1978, when these tapes, along with betas, started to make some sound. But they weren't the only ones making some sound. Back in the 70s as well, Laserdisc, known as DiscoVision at the time, started to make waves as well. But here's the difference between DiscoVision, between the Laserdisc and the VHS tapes. If you had a movie, like, let's say one of the longest, let's talk about some of the longest movies that have been shown in theaters. One of the longest ones I've heard of is Gone with the Wind and the Ten Commandments. Anytime they're shown during Easter or during a holiday presentation, they start at something like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, and they don't end till 11. Imagine if you had those on Laserdisc. Now, Laserdisc had different formats, just like VHS did. VHS had digital VHS during its dying years, and Super VHS, S, and stuff like that. But imagine this. Imagine this. You're buying a VHS, you want to watch Gone with the Wind, but you don't want to have to wait until it comes back on television. You want to buy the thing. Now, VHS-wise, you probably get 2 tapes worth of Gone with the Wind. Same with the Ten Commandments. But if you look at a Laserdisc, depending on the kind of Laserdisc you had, whether it was the kind that did, I don't know, 45 minutes on each side, or something like that, or 30 minutes on each side, you would have to flip over a movie different times. Now, some Laserdisc, from what I understand, did 90 minutes. And it's on 2 sides. So sometimes you'd be able to get one movie on one Laserdisc. But that wasn't always the case, because the majority of them were always packaged as 4 discs. And sometimes it was like I say, a movie like Gone with the Wind or Ten Commandments, you got more than just 4 discs, you got maybe 6 or 7 or 8 discs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 5 discs at most. Now just imagine if you saw a Laserdisc version of the Jacksons and American Dream movie, which has been aired over the past few years lately because of what's happened with Michael Jackson and his death. But think about it. That movie starts, they show the whole thing. Think about it. It starts at 12, ends at 4. Imagine owning a Laserdisc on that. Nowadays, you don't have to worry about it. And why? Because nowadays, you can take a DVD, buy the DVD of the movie, and not have to worry about it being in separate parts. Now, yeah, they do probably keep it in separate parts. There's no doubt about it on occasions. But with Blu-ray coming out and trying to dominate now, and with the fact that DVD is still trying to prove its dominance, nowadays all you have to do is just get one Blu-ray, purchase one Blu-ray, and you have the entire movie. You see what I'm saying? I mean, take a look at this. A VHS tape. If you were to record Jackson's and American Dream on this, you'd get the whole movie, no problem. Or even on this, no problem. But if you were to purchase like the tape, the actual movie itself on VHS, if you were to purchase the tape when it was released, you'd probably get maybe 2 tapes, maybe 3. But you see, that's all about it's all about evolution. It's all about evolution. And that's why nowadays with Blu-ray and DVD, you don't have to worry about getting 2 tapes or maybe 3. All you have to do is worry about getting 1 disc or 1 Blu-ray. 1 disc or maybe 2 on occasion, but mainly just 1. But when you talk about evolution, you don't just talk about the purchasing of movies and TV shows on DVD now. You also talk about the fact that just like VHSs have evolved into what is known as DVDs and Blu-rays, you also have to talk about the fact of how recordable VHS have evolved into what is now known as recordable DVDs and recordable Blu-rays. That's right. Because now, you can take your favorite shows or movies and you can put them on VHS tape, and you can put them on a DVD. Now, just like a VHS tape, when DVD recorders, and I think even now Blu-ray recorders came out, the standard length, the longest you could record with, the standard long length, was 6 hours, as shown on here. The same could be said with DVD recordable DVDs, and I think even Blu-rays. But, just like with VHS tapes, they evolved. Now, VHS tapes only evolved, VHS recording only evolved with the tapes. So they went from 6 hours to sometimes 6.5 to 8 to 10. But with recordable DVDs and Blu-rays, you don't have to worry about that because your DVD or Blu-ray recorder would evolve later on and allow you to do more than just 6 hours. It would allow you to do, in my case, it would allow you to do maybe, like in my case, my Sony DVD recorder, which I've shown you on many occasions, would give you about 13 hours, 48 minutes worth, almost 14 hours of recordable time. So you could take something like this, and a disc like this was recorded on my ILO, recorder, and you could record up to about 5 episodes of hour-and-a-half shows or 2-hour shows. Like here, you have TNA, ECW, SmackDown, and Raw all on one disc. It's pretty cool, and that's around 2006, I believe. Or you could take shows that you like. Like here, I have The Angry Video Game Nerd, and I recorded this with my new Sony DVD recorder, but only on 6 hours. And here I have about 5 episodes of Angry Video Game Nerd. I have 3 episodes of Nostalgia Critic, 4 videos of fan vids on Sonic the Hedgehog, and Yogi Bear, and a Yogi Bear cartoon from the new Yogi Bear show, Battle of the Bears. All on this disc, and that's 6 hours. Now, if you want to, you can also do just 2 hours or 4 hours. Here, I did about 2 hours, and this is my Bonkers DVD. It has the pilot, it has the sequel, it has the Castle Bonkers, and the music videos. Now, the one thing people do say about the DVD recorders, especially the ones, like I said, like mine, that allow you to do almost 14 hours of recording, is they say that when you choose the 13 hours, or the 13 to 14 hour recording mode, which is known as ULP, the unlimited length of play, or recording mode, the quality is not as good. Well, that may be true, but then again, it may be not true. Here, I have one that I think exemplifies that, maybe not. It's my Michael Jackson DVD, one of them that I made after he passed away, right here. And it has a lot of things on there, music videos, well, that's his Super Bowl performance, and a few others, but mainly it's music videos. Now right here is another good example. This was a this was a recordable DVD that I did actually 2 years, almost over a year and a half ago. This has, as you can see, a lot of movies on there. On the average, on a 6-hour tape, depending on the length of a movie, on average you can get about 4, maybe 5 movies on there. Here, as you can notice, I didn't just get, 4 or 5 movies on there. I got about, together,